To go.
All right, well, let's get started. Thanks everyone for joining today. Greatly appreciate it. I am Cheryl Simmons, the Vice President here at IS, and we love to talk about product. I can talk about all kinds of product on top of Dynamics GP and Business Central, but I know we only got 15 minutes, so I tried to narrow my focus a little bit today. A little bit about implementation specialists, because I'm not sure if everybody is aware of who we are. So we've been a Microsoft partner for 20 years, and we really focus on the Microsoft stack. So again, I said Business Central as well as GP, SQL, Azure, all of those pieces when I think of the Microsoft products. We do service customers all over the world, in particular when it comes to products that we've created, and I'll talk about that here in a couple minutes. But we really focus our products as, I would say, small enhancements and create products based on customer needs. And so I know a lot of the other demonstrations today have been larger products that, I'd consider them more modular level that somebody's created. And ours, you'll see, are more very specific things that customers need help getting a workaround, getting enhancements, to make it work for them and their business. And that's really what we focus in on. And so we do both customs and extensions for Business Central. I do have one quick slide here just to show we also have a learning event coming up. So if you're interested in getting more education around Business Central, we are going to be on the Microsoft Fargo campus November 18th through the 22nd. And we have 100 plus sessions, as well as keynotes with Microsoft. And again, I would say a lot of them are on GP, but also Business Central. We have Wednesday as the Business Central day, where we have all of our BC sessions are focused on that particular day. You don't have to come to Fargo unless you want to, because I know we kind of joke about coming to Fargo in November. It's kind of iffy if it's going to be stormy or not, but you can also do GPOC remotely as well. And there's more information there at the iscorp.biz/GPOC. We also recently added what's called BC Kickstart training, which is November 17th and 18th. So right on the front end here of the GPUC conference. And this is for customers who are just getting started with Business Central. It's a 2-day in-depth hands-on training where it goes through, the core pieces of Business Central, and you'll do live sessions like doing transactions and those type of things in the training class as well. And you could do it against your upgraded data or moved over data into Business Central, or we can also do them in, Contoso and those type of things. So if you want to know more about that special promotion, please reach out. We would love to fill you in about it as well if you fit into that category. But let's talk products. So we do have lots of products that we create here at Implementation Specialist. Again, we've been doing GP for, almost 20 years. And so saying we have 75 plus products there, we call them WS tools, and they sit on both Dynamics GP and also on Business Central. But for the 75 plus, they're Dynamics GP and Winsoft, as well as we do all types of different integrations. So if you have a product that you are looking at using in your Business Central environment, or, we have some specialties, right? Especially if you have a specialty for an industry and you want to hook that up to Business Central, we can help do those kind of things as well. But today's conversation really focusing on those customs. Some of these started out as customs and have become extensions, as well as I'm going to talk about ones we're currently working on in development and would love feedback on as well. So let's get started. First one is talking about projects. And so as you work on projects, you're recording your costs as you do every day against them. And when you get to month end, running your WIP process, right? Your WIP reconcile process. And typically that would be moving it from a WIP account to a COGS account. And again, everyone does their project accounting a little bit different. And so all of this is going to be based off of your posting groups and how you have those set up. And so what we've done for a customer that is like, okay, putting all that into my COGS account is great, but they really wanted that breakdown by the categories that they had on their product planning lines. And so we went in and she had, materials, labors, travel, they wanted to see those going to different GL accounts. And so by strategically setting up their posting groups And with our additional custom, which I'll show you how that works, we were able to take that group transaction total, break it down into the detail planning lines, report their financials that way, and then it rolls it back up so they continue on for the next month. And again, you can get that breakdown the next month as you're ready to go with additional costs that have happened as well. So let's kind of walk through how that looks inside of Business Central. So here you'll see the project listing screen, and on there under actions, we've added distribute costs. Quick and easy, and you'll find that you're going to be able to distribute costs for a specific project. And so if it's a project that you are have closed out and you just want to make that final entry to the details, you can do that. Or if you want to do all projects all at once, which is what most people do, you can do that as well. So by clicking distribute costs right here, it'll take you to this next window. And here you get to specify what's the posting date. And typically these would be done at month end, and then you'll do the reversal of the first of the next month. You know, naming your batch name, document number, reversal. So first time through, it would not be a reversal. Second time through would be a reversal. And then we see that we have a project filter. So again, you could do one project specifically that you want, again, closing out, or that you just want to see how it works, and then do the rest of the projects all at once as well. Again, standard filtering, just like you have in Business Central, other areas. And once you've made those selections and click OK, then it's going to do the posting and generate the transactions for you. And we'll kind of take a look here at some transactions. So first one here, you'll see some dates, 2/28 and 3/1. So 2/28 would be the month end transaction that we'd be creating. And what's happened in this scenario is someone's gone through and recorded the cost, and they recorded the cost, total cost of $900. But what they want to do is break it down between HVAC and plumbing, so they know how much was done in each area, so that revenue and costs are getting appropriately recognized into the right areas. So this is focusing on that cost portion of taking those $900 that got recorded and breaking it down to HVAC for $500 and sending the other $400 into the plumbing area. And again, that would be based on your posting groups. And then doing the reversal on 3/1, in case this is the next day, right? Reversing that back out of the detail and sending it back up into the lump sum COGS account, or whatever account you're choosing to post to for your transactions. Again, very centric on your posting groups. And so one of the things that I would say is, if you are interested in getting that more granularity on your project postings, this is a great one for us to talk and have a demo and show you how specifically we need to set up your posting groups to make this work. What specific column it's going to look at in your posting groups to get those debits and credits from. This is out on AppSource today, and it has the contact me option, and that it'll send us a note to reach out to you. And then at that point, like I said, I think a demo and a conversation is the next thing, because I always want to make sure that this will meet your needs before you go to purchase this. So that was one of the first ones that we have out there in the AppSource. I want to talk about the next two that we also have in development, and would love feedback on these, or if there's other areas that you are thinking you might need assistance or help for getting a custom, let us know. Next one up is the ability to copy notes, your customer notes, to sales documents. So this scenario is a customer has specific things that they have to put on their invoices or their quotes orders. And what they do is they enter in notes on their customer cards, right? In there, got what they want. So each customer is specific to them. And then a setup option allows you to say, okay, where do I want to copy these notes? To quotes, to orders, to invoices. You could have them copied over to all of them. Or you can say, nope, these only go on quotes, depending on the data that you'd put in your notes on your customers. And then when you go and do a creation of, let's say, a quote for that customer, it'll automatically bring the customer note information onto your quote. And then if you need to print that out as well, that is an option too. So again, it could be on quotes, on orders or invoices, but it would automatically bring the note on the customer level to these documents, so it didn't have to be rekeyed or remember to type that in, if it's a requirement for the document that you drop to your customer. And if you have questions, let me know as well. And you can certainly send me a note afterwards as well on any of these. The next one I'm going to talk about, again from an extension standpoint, is the ability to transfer a sales order to invoice. And for those of you that may have come from the GP world and you had your business processes kind of worked out of how you did things, what we're finding is those customers that migrate from GP to BC are like, this works differently in Business Central. And yes, it does. Being able to take a sales order after you've entered it and transfer to an invoice isn't an option, right? Because you take a sales order and you post it, and then it's a posted sales invoice. Well, in their process, they have certain things that need to happen at each step. And so what customers have asked us to build is the ability to take a sales order that's, has all your line items and it's entered, to be able to transfer that to an invoice and then let it do the posting appropriate, when it's the appropriate time. But from their workflow perspective, they need it to actually go through sales order to invoice, or even potentially, quote order to invoice, depending on the different customer processes. And this one's been popular again as more of those Dynamics GP customers look to move to Business Central. So again, if you are one of those customers who needs something similar, let us know as well, and we can certainly, walk you through what we've got going on here in our development for these products. I'm going to stop there, see if there's any questions, as well as Amy, if there's any, comments, questions, feel free to reach out to me at sales@iscorp.biz, Cheryl@iscorp.biz. And we would love to take people through, have these discussions. Again, it's hard to show them and make it really crystal clear unless we can really get into that customer scenario and specific to if it fits your needs. So thanks you guys for joining today.
Thanks, Cheryl. Yes, if you have any questions, again, put them in the chat and we will get to them.